NVDA real quick. NVDA at this point, we try to break through this downtrend, first downtrend and then second downtrend. I'm expecting price to break through 120 and then Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. If this is your first time, you're welcome to this channel. And of course, you can check me out on X account. And of course, if you cannot see all the analysis here, I'll be posting them up on my stock tweet and also on X account Twitter. So today we're going to be using Finviz to filter stocks. We're going to be using it to find some good names, some good trades, and some long-term trades. And today we're going to be talking more about wedge up, and that is what our scan is going to be mostly. And also I will add some of our long-term stocks and long-term trades and what I'm expecting them to do. Right, so we're using Finviz, of course, and we're looking for stocks that are above 200 moving average, over 500k on average, and then current over 500k volume traded wedge up, and only US, and of course no X funds. Right, so I've found different stocks and different names that are really looking good to the upside. Take for example PENN, and we're looking for this to really push through and continue the upside momentum, right? So however, if you look at the books here, you see how the income is down on PENN. So those are the criteria you also need to look at as well. And of course, no dividend payment, of course, right? So if you're playing all these stocks, you want to make sure you're also doing your research as well, right? But remember, this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any stock or equity. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now let's get into the market. Let's talk about the economic calendar and what we're expecting the next couple of days. However, the market actually did close on a solid note, with some names scattered around different sectors going to or closing in the red position. Okay, ACN is an example, ADBE is an example, NVDA of course just couldn't get past that right spot for the week. So we're down 2.6% on NVIDIA, and of course we have MO also down about 5%, 4.85%. So looking at these names, these are very solid names for the future in terms of dividend payment. They do hand out dividend as well, and is very solid dividend. Okay, also income is good, sales good. So guys, look for that names and just screen the stocks and see where you can pick up your long-term portfolio. However, looking at this chart itself, MO, you see that price is back to this trend, and the last time we touched this trend was like in June and also in April. So now we're looking at price back into this trend of that $50 spot as support. So that is what you'll be expecting, right? Remember also, again, this is not a recommendation, right? So trade your risk, trade your portfolio. Now let's take a look at the market real quick. This is our SPY, and then we talk about the economic calendar. Okay, right now we're looking at this shape pattern on the market. This is a W shape. It's one of my favorite pattern for the break. Okay, and we got this W shape, and guess what happened? Got to this spot and we broke out of that shape pattern. Okay, even if we still have that J Powell, we're expecting this action to come in. However, looking at that candle right there, we have a beautiful doji right there. Okay, so this is a doji followed by our hanging man, our hammer right there. Okay, so we need to figure out what is going on, what's going to happen, what kind of reversal pattern we're going to have. Are we going to come back in and then break through this spot, or we're just gonna continue to consolidate around this area. If we do consolidate around this area, momentum will continue to push SPY back to the upside. But for me, I will be expecting the market to retest the 565 or the 560 area for that needed momentum to continue the push to the upside. Okay, so keep an eye out on SPY. Now let's take a look at the economic calendar real quick. Okay guys, so pretty much this is our week's calendar, right? And as well, Fed speakers on Monday, pretty much we're gonna have our Atlanta Fed president gonna be speaking, as well as, most importantly, our US services PMI, followed by some more of Fed speakers on Monday. On Tuesday, nothing really much, but consumer confidence there. And Wednesday is going to be new home sales. What have you? Fed actually dropped rate, and what is going to happen? Fed cut by 50 basis points, and what is going to happen for new home sales? Are we going to have more people buying new homes now that the Fed has actually cut interest rate, and will continue to cut interest rate to actually get their goal and their target? Thursday pretty much is gonna be our durable goods, and of course we're gonna have our initial jobless claim, followed by J Powell. J Powell is gonna be coming in as well as 9:20 a.m. Eastern time, pretty much. And of course Friday is gonna be PCE and core PCE, consumer sentiment in final. So keep an eye out on Friday as well. But most importantly, Thursday is going to be some boom action. Thank you guys. Now also, let's go take a look at solid names. Now you can see that these are very solid, beautiful names, right? We got Apple there at 3.4 trillion, 3.2, 2.8, 2, and then 1.7. Okay, so now these companies are very solid names. If you combine them, they are almost 19 to 20 trillion dollar in combination. Okay, and you want to be looking for solid names like this for your long-term portfolio. Okay, know that names that will not phase out easily in this solid world, in this solid market. Okay, so also we're going to take a look at what these names and what they constitute, right? Looking at Apple itself, you know they have a lot of things in their bags, right? And of course, what are these things? What are the revenue they're getting from them, right? So you're looking at Apple, you're looking at Amazon, you're looking at Microsoft and Google, right? So Google, you have YouTube, Google Network, and so on and so forth. You can take a look at that at your free time. And of course, LinkedIn is also there, Xbox gaming, Windows, Office product, and so on and so forth on Microsoft side. So these are solid names. These are names to really take a look at. Earnings Whisper also have earnings report coming up, and on Monday, pretty much after the close, nothing much that I really fancy, unless Tuesday we have AutoZone before the market opens, and KB Homes as well. Wednesday is Cintas before market open, and after the close is MU. And of course, I'm expecting MU to continue that momentum. We'll talk about it in the chart in a little bit. And also Costco will be reporting on Thursday. Nothing scheduled for Friday. Okay, now let's take a look at what our stocks will be looking at. What we'll be looking at in the stock market. Also QQQ as well. We're looking at that inverse head and shoulder pattern, which is a very bearish looking shape. But now price is trying to break through, but just couldn't break through. Now we got that indecision right there. IWM, I really really don't like the pattern what is going on here, so we just need some form of trend to develop on that name. Microsoft, I already talked about it and what it constitutes, and 445, that is the next spot I'll be looking at. And of course, if you're looking at this chart is one of my favorite pattern, and we're looking at boom, boom, and then boom. So we got that line right there, and we're breaking through. So looking at 445, 450 on Microsoft. Okay, next stock is going to be Tesla. Tesla right now, we're looking at downtrend break to the upside. Are we going to retest the 230 area? I don't know, but keep an eye out. 235, that is going to be the support for now on Tesla. Okay, so keep an eye out on that name. Google as well. Google right now, we're looking at that trend in 163. I picked up some around the 153, 160 as well, and right now I'm looking for momentum back into 170 and more on Google. These are solid names. Okay, UPS as well. Last quarter, the last quarter of the year, you will often notice how fast and quick UPS deliver products, right, or goods and services. So we're gonna be looking at some momentum to the upside here. Doge developed, and we need that momentum to the upside. Okay, FedEx as well, relatively we're looking at momentum to the downside due to their earnings report. So I'll be looking to pick some more. I did pick at around the 254, 255 area, and 250 and 245. That will be my next area to pick. We'll also talk about MU earnings report coming up, and I'll be looking for this push to the upside to kind of complete my W-shaped pattern, right? So we just need to coil out of this area, coil out of the 20 exponential moving average, and then we get right into the $100 spot. Okay, next stock is gonna be ABNB. See how price been pushing out of this zone. Right now we're back into 131. Next spot is going to be 140 on that name. Next is gonna be Coca-Cola, KO. We're looking at $75 in the coming days. However, looking past that area, you see how price actually touched the 50 exponential moving average, and now guess what, we're too far away. And if this 20 exponential moving average fail, okay, then we're going to be looking at price back into the 68 $69 spot, which is our 50 exponential moving average there. And also taking a look at Moderna. Moderna right now, we're looking at price continuing to fail, but I wouldn't touch this until we're back past the $80 spot, the bearish out of the bearish zone. Also Nike, we're looking to fill gap, and we fill this really into the $88 spot due to their CEO, new CEO, and all that. So I'll be looking for this back down to $82 or even $80 for me to consider that name. Okay, so INTC as well. Intel actually got an offer from Qualcomm, and in anticipation to they really want to pick this company up. They really want to buy this company. So we're looking at this, and then that momentum push to the upside, only to fail the 50 exponential moving average area. No, guys, it is very important to know your moving averages, because critically they do take a shape, they do take form. So we're looking at price to continue to push to the upside if the news continue to scatter around. However, we're looking at this gap here. We need to fill that gap. And also, let's take a look at NVDA real quick. NVDA at this point, we try to break through this downtrend, first downtrend and then second downtrend. I'm expecting price to break through 120 and then 125 in the coming days. However, 115, 116 has to hold as a form of support. Okay, so that is for our NVIDIA trade right there. NNE as well, looking at 1750 for the break before I myself will consider long term on that name. Guys, the remaining chart, I'm going to post them up on Twitter and on a stock tweet. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Peace and love, guys. Bye bye.